Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to The Raven, a Legacy of a Master Thief. Okay, so because we completed the last chapter, we can now move on to chapter 2. Starting a new game will result in the autosave file being overwritten. Yes, that is fine. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because Dr. Gebhardt suffocated us, which is great. Oh well. We might find out why he did what he did. Like, why did he knock out Zelna? It doesn't make sense.
Why couldn't you just leave it be? Let me go. Why are you doing this to me?
Wait, what?
You and the Baroness. Dr. Gebhardt, I don't know. Don't you understand what you are forcing me to do?
No.
You don't have to. It is almost over. You won't feel a thing. I am sorry you have to see all this. I should have used more chloroform.
Oh, that's how he knocked us out. I thought he just choked us out or something. Wait, talk to him.
I have to distract him.
Anesthesia.
Chloroform? I had it in my bag, just in case. You were supposed to be asleep. I am not a monster, you know? I have nothing against you. Nothing at all. But what can I do? You forced my hand.
How?
It's your fault. Yours alone.
I don't understand what I've done.
Keep talking.
Murder of the Baroness.
Why? Why did the Baroness have to snoop around? Why did you have to snoop around?
To find out what the fuck had happened.
And that glove there. You want to plant evidence on me, yeah?
No. That's something we
I
found.
have no evidence. There is no trail. And yet you can't just leave me in peace, can you?
Talk to Dr. Gebhardt.
On
And done. His plan.
and what next? Heart failure happens a lot at your age, especially given your background. I am still considering whether I should throw you overboard. Don't leave evidence. No evidence.
Wow.
But what if I'm seen? My plan was perfect. And then you ruined everything.
I didn't do anything, dick. Put the footrest up. And I recall if I keep talking to him.
On and on.
Search the bottle. Oh. Okay.
A pair of scissors.
Take the scissors.
On.
On and on. Scissors. And use on straps. Wait.
You will only hurt yourself. Shall we begin? No, please.
What the fuck are you doing? Come on.
It's almost over.
Oh, there we go. Is that in his face?
I will.
Oh!
Are you okay?
Yes. Well, actually, I think I just passed the fuck out. Hey, that's a screenshot from the last... oh, that's a loading screen from the last, chapter. And also the last session. Hey, I'm awake. I'm alive.
Thanks.
A wet towel works miracles. I told you so.
Out with it then. What were you doing down there?
Inspector, at least let the constable recover his breath.
He almost killed himself.
Me? No. Dr. Gebhardt would have taken care of that for me. Where is he?
Gebhardt is vanished without a trace. We're searching the ship from top to bottom.
One at a time. Tell me, Zelna, what did you find out?
Dr. Gebhardt killed Baroness von Trebitz.
Yep,
Impossible.
he did.
Do you have proof?
Besides the fact that he wanted to kill me?
But wasn't the doctor with you when the shot was fired?
The shot came from... Oh, yeah! I never even realised that. Yeah, the shot came from the tape.
The shot that we heard was a recording. The Baroness had a tape recorder and good speakers in her cabin. Good enough to make the noise audible on the upper deck.
Is that just your suspicion, or do you have proof?
Audio tape in the medical facility.
There's an audio tape in the medical center. The reel belongs to the tape player in the Baroness's cabin. And there's a sibling reel in her cabin that belongs to the recorder in the medical center. After a few minutes, there's a loud bang on the audio tape. That's our gunshot.
Where did Gebhardt get it from?
He recorded it in the...
Oh!
His tape recorder has a microphone. And I removed a bullet from one of the boxes down there.
And it came from the murder weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I compared it to the other bullet in the inspector's cabin.
Of course you did. All right.
Oliver.
Inspector Legrand.
Let's pretend you're onto something. The shot we heard was just a recording. What happened next?
We all ran to the Baroness's cabin. She lay comatose in a pool of blood. Dr. Gebhardt pushed past you so that you couldn't get too close to the Baroness. He examined her and pronounced her dead. There was no reason for us to doubt him. The shot, the blood,
with eyebrows.
the Baroness lying there lifelessly. But she was only unconscious. Knocked out by the chloral hydrate that the doctor had poured into her glass shortly before.
The doctor had a glass in his hand when you came in.
He wanted to remove the evidence, but you gave me the glass instead, Captain DeConti, and unintentionally knocked me out as well.
Nonsense. There was blood everywhere. And the Baroness is certainly dead enough, isn't she?
Then who did shoot her? And when?
I'd say that, yeah, the doctor.
As I already said, it was Dr. Gebhardt. He shot the sleeping Baroness in her cabin, barely 10 meters away from us.
What are you saying?
The doctor was alone in the cabin for a while. When the alarm went off, it was deafening. I couldn't even hear myself.
And I found a pillow with burn marks. Could have been used to muffle a gunshot.
And the blood?
The blood wasn't real. Dr. Gebhardt mixed up a liquid that looked like fresh blood to the casual observer. but the liquid remained red instead of becoming darker and browner from exposure to the air. That meant he had to clean the body and get rid of the bedding.
But the blood was already there when we first entered the cabin.
Dr. Gebhardt was in the Baroness's cabin before the murder. He hid a surgical glove full of the red liquid under her sheet. The Baroness, dead tired, fell onto her bed, the glove burst, and the blood spread across the bed. I found the burst glove in the medical center.
But why did he do it? What was his motive?
No idea.
Inspector?
I can only speculate.
I can only speculate. The Baroness spent the day rummaging through her old family photos. And in her diary, she wrote about deceased family members. I suspect it had something to do with their fates during the war. The Baroness wrote a warning on her notepad. There is a murderer on board. I don't have proof, but I believe that the Baroness held Dr. Gebhardt responsible for the deaths of her relatives and wanted to confront him in front of all of us. The doctor couldn't allow that to happen, and so he silenced her.
No, no, no.
Do you have anything to contribute, Constable?
Confession, sir. Dr. Gebhardt was the Raven. It's all here. He admits to everything.
What does it say?
It says, "Do you still remember, my dear Nico? The streets were wet with rain and the scent of roasted barley and fermenting yeast wafted over to us from the brewery. A dog barked until your shot struck down the innocent one. After that silence, not a single sound except for my soft steps fading on the wet cobblestone street. They made a hero of you, and I, at last, found peace. At least until the urge returned. Some of us are not made for retirement, my friend. I thought they would assign this case to you, and that thought pleased me. We'd finally find out who was truly the better man. And it pains me now to have to admit that you and your little gumshoe got the better of me. You drove me into a corner, forced me to make mistakes. I congratulate you on your triumph, but no one will confine the Raven to a cage. There is but one way out, and that is by my own hand. Farewell, Raven Hunter. R.
Inspector Legrand.
Huh. Interesting. I don't believe it. No. I just don't, for one reason or another. It just seems unlikely. I would say.
Inspector?
I was right. I told them all, over and over again. But no one would listen.
Dr. Gebhardt.
You think that Dr. Gebhardt was really the Raven?
The things Gebhardt describes in his letter aren't part of any police report. Only someone who was there would know them.
Couldn't there have been others involved? One of the police, for instance. What if one of them changed sides?
Why is it so hard for you to accept the simple truth? There was never a new Raven. There was only ever the old one. And that was Dr. Gebhardt.
The modus operandi doesn't match. The Raven was not a killer.
Legends are rarely what they seem to be, Constable Zellner.
The dead man.
Then who was the man who was killed back then?
William Jackson, a petty thief, committed some burglaries together with his brother. Talented, but not world-class.
And they thought he was the Raven.
Some people thought it was part of his disguise. If you're a debonair master thief, What better disguise than pretending to be a common crook? From time to time you let them catch you pulling small jobs, and no one ever imagined